I got 7:07, 7:08.
Except you get everywhere early now.
2:08,
They were always right, that's really, but
Like at
she's
2
from the
o'clock.
future.
No.
everybody did.
What is
All right, I'm gonna read
There's
this.
some kind of glitch.
Dear Colleen and members of the commission, I'm writing on behalf of my
what?
client, Quality
They said,
Green Homes, LLC, Jeffrey Brem,
Yeah.
manager.
Yeah, are you reading into the, we're on,
Open the meeting?
we have to open.
Have to open the meeting.
Yeah, you
like,
say your
It's
little.
at 7 o'clock.
Are we on TV, Brian?
I'm gonna open the
guess
meeting.
so.
We are now, I just hit a click.
She's talking about our Xfinity plans.
Board of
over
Appeals
here.
of the Town of Chelmsford will hold a public hearing on Thursday, November 7th, 2019, at the town offices, 50 Billerica Road, room 204, to hear requests for special permits, variances, and other appeals. This meeting is being televised by Chelmsford Telemedia. We have a continued public hearing, 23 7th Lane by Quality Green Homes. They're asking for a variance, and they have requested a continuance. I don't know if there's a date here for that. December 5th. I'm writing on behalf of my client, Quality Green Homes, LLC, Jeffrey Brem, manager, to request a continuance without discussion of the hearing for the above referenced project, which is scheduled for Thursday, November 7th, 2019. I would respectfully request the hearing be continued to your next meeting, December 5th, 2019. This continuance has been requested because the office has filed a modification of its original special permit filing, adding a variance request so that the board will hear the application sequentially on the same night. I've been informed by the ZBA office that the variance request will be advertised for the hearing on December 5th. Also, please allow this letter to serve as the applicant's formal extension to allow the zoning board of appeals to extend any and all requirements for the issuance of a decision for the above referenced project for an additional 30 days. Thank you, Douglas DeShane.
Can I make a motion to continue that without prejudice and without, how do you word it? Without discussion, till our next meeting on December 5th, 2019.
I
Second
second.
by Steve. All in favor?
Aye.
Colleen, Colleen got that. She ordered that.
She'll watch this.
Should we wait for Colleen?
Gotta wait a while.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we can proceed without the applicant.
It's just me. I don't know what to do.
We voted to continue. Charlie made the motion, I seconded,
Okay.
for the 23 7th Lane.
Oh, so the big storefront is Aspen Dental. I thought that was gonna be Verizon. So I am not.
It is Verizon.
It is?
Yeah, it says, Aspen Dental's only one tenant, there's 3 tenants.
Right, I thought the big space was gonna be Verizon. It appears this is the bigger, from just glancing at it, maybe they are. Maybe that's Verizon down the end.
So,
I called them and I texted them.
I don't know what else to do. Wait 5 minutes, I mean,
Charlie, a story.
Tell
Tell a
stories.
story.
I was thinking about
Tell the
telling
whole
stories.
town a story
Oh, wait
on
a minute,
live
I'm on
Chelmsford
TV
News.
now.
it could be a story.
I totally
Candidacy
forgot.
for selectman.
But we shouldn't discuss anything till the applicant gets here.
not even that one time at band camp?
We don't
No.
hear that story.
Not that time.
I just think the traffic is awful tonight,
Yeah.
like especially.
Because people think it's gonna be
I've
icy.
never
so
heard
we
it.
gotta
Wouldn't know.
Because rain is the equivalent of ice, you know, yeah.
You'll never be the same.
You know what?
Have you been busy?
Yeah.
Takes a while.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I'm gonna get some peaks and valleys.
Oh, yeah.
I have copies.
We use the
You
podium.
guys have copies of the plans, or?
I'll put it up on the screen too.
We
Yeah,
believe
you
we
can
do,
get a
right?
couple.
We do.
Can we share
We'll
yours?
take another set if you have them,
Yeah.
I think.
Another set. Yeah, you keep it,
Bring
Brian.
13 copies, so you guys are responsible for the environment here.
Wow, 13
There's
was
not
more
13
than, I
of
never
us.
asked for that.
Okay, I'm gonna open the public meeting for 27 Drum Hill Sign from Sign Design Incorporated. It's requesting a variance under 195-32A, 13, B, 1, and C to exceed allowable number of wall signs, exceed square footage, and install an additional freestanding sign. Above signage in excess what is allowable by right and any other relief that is deemed necessary.
Thank you for waiting a couple minutes for me. There was a meeting ahead of me, wasn't there?
And they postponed, so that was really what brought it forward, but it's not a problem. I mean, we just didn't know.
No, good.
Technically, I guess it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we Sign Design, my name is Ron Farino. I'm the owner of Sign Design in Brockton, Mass. And we are an installation contractor for the manufacturer, Chandler Sign out of Texas, for the customer, Aspen Dental. And they are asking for relief for the number of signs, as you said, and I think also the square footage, but it's my understanding that by right, they would be allowed to have a 44-inch tall sign in the front, and they were willing to reduce the size of the sign in the front if they could also be allowed to have a sign on the side. So they reduced the 44-inch tall sign to a 39-inch tall sign. They would also be allowed to have a side sign that is 34 inches tall. The total square footage of the sign they're asking for in the front is 79.6. And on the side is 60.6. It's a standard channel letter side with LED illumination. I understand it's a brand new structure that went through the planning board.
You're allowed 80 feet for the front sign, I think. You're complying with the 79.6, is that correct? I'm on page 2.
We are, it was my understanding, I was told that they were allowed. Okay.
It said 44. On page 2, it says the allowable square foot of this elevation
80.
is 80. I'm assuming that's just Aspen Dental's square
Portion.
footage. And the actual is 79.6, so that would comply. And then you're asking for E,
That's for an additional side sign on a different elevation.
so the awnings D and E aren't gonna be lettered,
Correct.
those are just awnings.
His awning's on the side as well, G and H.
Right. Well, the side sign is 0 allowable, and it's 60.6 square feet.
So what was reduced on the front side?
Well, they told me at Chandler Sign that they would be allowed a larger sign in the front. Actually, if they call it a DM44, so a 40 fan. This sign that's proposed is a 39-inch tall. They said they'd be allowed a 44-inch tall sign, which would be even a larger square footage. So you determine your allowable square footage of signage based on frontage, building overall wall area.
With a max of 80.
Oh, with a max of 80. There you have it. That's probably where the So I guess they're only asking for, they're meeting the the size requirement in the front, and they're asking for relief for a side sign.
Is sign A is facing Drum Hill Road? Is that right?
Both. Drum Hill Road and McDonald's.
Sign A?
No.
Sign A is Drum Hill
the
Road.
front.
Sign A is facing Drum Hill Road.
Right.
And sign B would be, is there a side street there?
It's McDonald's, it's a drive-through. But you can see.
You could
Is
see,
that like a highly visible spot?
you could see it from Middlesex
It is,
Village
'cause they moved
Road.
the building forward a little bit.
They're essentially gonna be like right next to each other, right? Because this one's gonna be like, the front one is gonna be to the right side of the building, and then the other sign B is gonna be kind of right
Correct, on
next to
the,
it.
around the
right?
corner. I guess there's some exposure from, what is that, old Middlesex Village Road?
Chris Road.
It's really just a driveway to the back lot.
Yeah, I don't think you could see.
I know, it seems kind of repetitive to me, from like right next to each other, but I guess they have a,
I think it's also, if you're coming down Drum Hill,
it's for oncoming
you can
traffic.
see the side before you have to turn.
I know, they must have some reasoning, right, for wanting it right there in that area. I'm just trying to picture the area.
Right, it's perpendicular to Drum
Not
Hill.
very different in size.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
maybe that.
That's the old building.
Is this Aspendental's like standard? Do they always have kind of two? Like, I wonder if all their facilities all kind of look the same like that?
Yeah, they'll go with as much visibility as they can. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But they-
You're like, they'll just do it on all four sides.
They're doing
if
the
they can.
side because they own the side. If they were in the middle of the building, they couldn't
Oh,
do
yeah,
the side.
yeah, because there's other people in the building.
So
yeah.
they certainly want as much as they can get. Trying to figure out how much smaller that sign is. This, on the front, the second page says that it's, A is 39 inches high, but if you take and line your paper across it, you come up to 46 1/8 for the full, the blocking dimensions of the sign.
Wait, it's the McDonald's building, right? It is the McDonald's building, right?
Yeah,
Or the one
yeah.
next to it. Can you move like back?
So it's
'Cause-
this one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
And right under that McDonald's sign was.
Yeah, that
probably
one's
the-
gone, so,
This
but that's
one's
where it
one
will
level.
be. Yeah, so
But I
sign
think
B
it's-
will be facing McDonald's, like there,
Maybe
yeah.
A little bit, so I'm trying to get up, I don't know why it's not letting me.
Oh, but the building's gonna move forward a
there-
little bit.
There where TD Bank used to be, is that?
No, that's the next, that's
It's a
farther
brand new
down.
building. It's
It's a-
between
It's a
there.
building between
Go this
TD
way.
Bank and McDonald's. It was torn down.
I'll move through the drive-through.
Through the drive-through. It's really, that's McDonald's, they're paying Google for that.
Okay, this
Just
is
take
Google.
everybody right through the drive-through.
So there's-
Now we get the side
that's
view,
building.
Yeah.
That's the old building.
Yeah.
People gotta eat too.
First CBA meeting I've been to where they use this technology to
Yeah.
get a feel for
That's
the
nice,
property.
isn't it? Yeah.
It's brilliant.
I'm usually doing it when people are applying
don't
for
know,
like
it's not
porches.
letting
I'm
me
always
get off
looking
the
at their
property.
houses
It's
on
pushing me
Google
back
Maps.
onto McDonald's.
I'm telling you,
Dad.
Bizarre.
Google's in their pocket. There you go.
Brian, I was just wondering if there's any letters. Is there a letter from Evan or something?
I don't think there's anything. We don't have a sign advisory anymore. But I can look. Yeah, the updated drawing has changes. This is an email to Colleen from Thomas. We're not
Good
gonna
luck
try.
with that. You him check.
Get in check, okay.
Took me a couple years to get that one down.
So sign A is 79.6 square feet. That's right, so the, sign A is allowable by right. Sign B is 60.6 square feet, down from 67. Oh, I do have some letters here.
I think if it were an allowable frontage, it would be within the percentage.
No, And I do have some letters, so I'm gonna read them. The Water District regarding 27 Drum Hill has no comments. Community Development does have a letter from Evan. Sign B or side elevation is not needed, will not be very visible because of the adjacent building. LED signs need to have a dimmer switch in order to be manually adjustable. Confirm that only one freestanding sign will be proposed or permitted at this site. No location for a proposed freestanding sign may need zoning relief.
He said the last one, the freestanding sign is all set. He took a second look at it.
That's by right.
Yes.
Okay, so again, our only confusion is the sign B on the side. The police regarding 27 Drum Hill have no concerns. Fire prevention has no comments. Engineering has no comments. That is the end of my letters.
Do we have a picture of this freestanding sign?
It should be the last page.
I don't know, I don't
Oh,
think
you
it's
know what,
part
they
of this packet.
Took it out of the other packet, so the old packet has it on the last page.
What was Steve asking for?
The
Freestanding
freestanding sign,
Oh, we have a video of it?
which is,
You have a video.
Can I ask a question? How big, so just to get a sense of scale, if the sign is almost 80 square feet, like how big is, say, the McDonald's sign next to that? Probably the same? Do you think it's, like, I mean, as a sign expert, maybe you can give us like a rough, you know,
Eight by
is
eight
it like
is-
twice as big as the McDonald's sign, or is it kind of to scale?
8 by 8 is 64 square feet, and I would say that's probably similar to McDonald's. Maybe we can-
Similar.
The pylon sign?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you have
Yeah,
a better,
like the one right on the front there.
Verizon.
Yeah.
including the arches.
Yeah, like the
as
Verizon
far-
sign. Is it the
Yeah.
same size as the Verizon
On the
sign?
building then.
I would think that might be similar to the side, but probably not as, the front would be larger than that, looking at the scale.
But not like twice as large.
That door is 7 feet, you know, so that sign is probably 36 inches. Oh,
well, they sort of have it.
Yeah.
plus the
sounds
Z, plus the Z and the, but it's also,
So that's 36 inches, and what we're looking at would be 44 inches. Yeah, so
39.
it's, yeah. So it's,
So to be a little bigger than that, it's also more letters,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be longer, but the size shouldn't be too,
it's not overbearing, yeah. It's not like,
but they're allowed to put the front one on, it's not even,
yeah.
it's the side one, we need to concern ourselves with. Evan's of the opinion that it wouldn't be very helpful to them. I do remember having CVS here, and we were trying to limit their signage, and all we did is leave them with a building that you can't
I
tell what
remember.
it is in front of. It wasn't the right thing to do, I don't,
And is it the only building that has a side sign? Because I thought Chipotle did, I thought we let them, but I don't see it on this. Starbucks has it on both corners.
We
Up
do
the
like an
street.
urgent care too, on both sides.
Say that again?
An urgent care building on both sides. I thought we did one in Drum Hill.
It's like right next to that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Urgent care, the only one that's
Are
still.
they-
We did a sign, I don't know if it was
Oh.
both sides, I think it was, but.
Yeah, there's our urgent care. Yes, they did. You're absolutely right, because they're in
it was
the
a
part that comes out.
Band-Aid thing.
And then on this side, going towards the Rotary, they do have a second sign. I can find it.
It must be small though, huh? If it's on just like a little,
It was more like a brand, I think it was a bandage, actually, a
Logo, yeah.
Band-Aid, yeah, logo. There, you can see it, you can see the urgent care is next to TD Bank. And like you said, I think they've rounded that corner with that. Well,
Nope, it's coming back. Yeah, it's not that much smaller. It just doesn't have the logo. Oh, damn it.
Any thoughts what they'd like to see there?
I mean, it looks like there's an entrance. I don't remember if they're keeping that, but there's an entrance right there. So if you're trying to turn there take a right, you would need to know that it's there or see the sign first, I would think.
But that stands for probably any business that's on that street, right?
Sure.
That only have signs in the front.
But not all the businesses have the corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll put in one cent word, Brian. You know, we obviously have to encourage business. You have the corner store. You are making the sign a little bit smaller than the front, to 60. I would vote for this sign. Maybe if it was just slightly smaller. I don't know why I'm saying that. I just think it's a little bit smaller.
I don't love the idea of more signs in particular
I
myself
don't.
either. I just feel like more signs is just more busyness
Okay.
from just a visual. From
Plus it's a
cosmetic.
sign stuffed in between
Building.
a building and
And a McDonald's parking lot.
it's really helpful for the Google people going through the drive-through, but
That's gonna be the primary advertising, be the, going through, people will see it going through the drive-through, but they're not looking to go there necessarily. Not looking for direction. Again, it's more of a billboard than a directional thing, I think, from Drum Hill.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Does somebody think half the 60 feet they're asking for would be acceptable? And
You
if
have
they
a-
choose to do it?
They do have another, Aspen Dental has a lot of.
Different signage inside, sure.
choices.
Well, there's also gonna be a freestanding sign in front of the building, right?
A multi-tenant
Multi-tenant building.
Oh, a multi-tenant, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, and are they gonna be like the main
I don't know.
poster on the multi-tenant? I mean, cause then that's, you know,
Yeah.
more visibility, so.
Nancy or Steve
I
has
don't
one of
have
the
it.
original ones.
I have his packet.
I have his packet.
Like, I don't know how many times you need to see Aspen
I
Dental
think I
driving
gave
by
it to
there.
Charlie.
Whoa, I don't think I
Go
have.
right to the last page. There it is.
Okay, so this is the freestanding street sign, and this they have by right because it was already there, I think. Aspen Dental would be above and tenant 2 and 3, so that's the only signage that'll be going on this particular sign of these three.
And that's at the street?
Yeah, it's probably on the inside of the sidewalk, I don't know if,
Look at the edge of the driveway.
Let me see it.
Here.
No, it's,
Didn't you be able to find that sign on the, since it's already there?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's got somebody else's name on it, but they said the sign is already existing,
I
so.
don't-
Yeah.
I think you qualify for the space, not necessarily doesn't have to be the actual sign that you sort of get credit for.
Yeah, there's no sign.
Oh, you see it, is it right there? No?
There's no
That's a
sign.
telephone pole.
But there will be one.
And both of those are by right.
They do have a smaller version of the side sign.
How many square feet? 32 inches?
how many square feet?
3.7.
In my opinion, I don't think that the size is what matters. It's whether it's there or not there
Okay.
so much, because
I agree.
Somebody's making a motion.
that was not a motion. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, even if the small one is there, it's still like
It's still
another
there.
sign.
I honestly don't think it's primary it is, I actually think it's even designed to accommodate a sign. I mean, the whole facade is made to have a sign there. Feel like making a motion?
I'll make a motion to close the, you have to close the hearing first, right?
I think we should close the public
We
hearing,
got some
yeah.
people to speak out here.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Sure.
So I'm comfortable with the smaller sign. I understand your thoughts on no sign, and I don't find that terrible either, so we can see where that goes.
Since we should do it in the positive, I'll make a motion to allow a 30 square foot sign on the side.
Is there a 30?
No, it's
No.
54, we should say. It's 53.7.
Unless you're reducing
But I thought we
it.
were reducing it.
Oh, you did say
The
they
one-
have a,
The one now is 60, and he's reducing it to 54.
Oh, 54, I heard 30.
didn't you say they had
No,
a
it was
smaller version
32
that was
inches
30?
high.
Oh,
Okay, 32.
okay.
It's smaller though, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's proportional on that, if you look at the drawing, if you make it much smaller than that.
This is the smaller, this is the 60. That's the smaller one.
That's just, not worth.
It's smaller for sure.
How's it? Those both say 41, don't they?
Oh, and 210.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be 17 feet. 18,
This is 18.4 here, and that should be,
18 and 3/4, it's 0 3/4. The designer just didn't change that to
But this is
17 feet.
210 by 41, this is 210 by 41.
That's the blocking. The
Okay.
blocking is what's in the
The,
wall to support the sign.
the 18, I
Okay.
can't see it, 3/4, I think, and then,
Yeah, the size is 32 on this side is correct.
Oh, and this
because
is
That's
34.
Okay.
incorrect, I apologize.
Is it already built to that, like, is that part of the building already
Yeah.
finished?
yeah,
Done, yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the proposed sign at 53.7, less than 54 square feet for the side
side
above awning G.
labeled B on the plan.
They will be on the plan.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor of approving sign B on the side? Opposed? 2? We have a 3-2 majority.
This fails.
Doesn't, it fails.
We need 4.
We need a supermajority for
How do you make a
variance.
motion to approve it and then vote again? Is that possible?
Because
It's just a polite way to do it.
We always approve in the affirmative.
the lawyers taught us. Okay?
He said to always vote to approve, and we have. Even though the motion was made to approve, it doesn't mean you have to vote it.
Right.
It's just you're voting in the affirmative. If they can come up with a smaller sign, I think it can certainly come back. It's pretty signed out up there.
Okay, I'll relay the message.
All right,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Do you want to keep these?
Oh, yeah, do you want these?
I'm sorry about.
More paper to carry outside.
Hey, it's mine, but you can have it.
They're allowed that one sign in the front.
Yes,
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
right, and the freestanding street sign.
Now, you don't have to come back to that. That's just like,
that's by right.
There's no minutes, right? Okay. So
I think
do
we
a
need to
motion
sign it.
Close?
Second the motion?
No minutes?
Nope.
No minutes, okay.
Minutes.
Second,
Still working
Second.
on
all in favor?
All right,
Aye.
Aye.
it. I'm done, but I decided to get some dinner.
that's nice.
I actually think we don't get a second to close. It's for discussion only. You
Right.
don't need a second.
who did you call when you were looking for me? You know,
I called the number on the application, which was Tom,
name check?
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We knew the traffic was bad.
Yeah,